and a quick reminder of where we're at on the planet. And the sun is out. So, but we still have the original problem. But notice that they got this panel done. So now we should see some improvement over our situation here. So we can go ahead and start providing power. I guess I better do this one first. And then I'll do storage. Come on. There we go. So now all the sleepyheads can go to bed. And it looks like they've got all but one bunk taken. We've got the bioplastic, so let's go ahead and put in another bunk. Make it as tight as we can. There we go. 2 more bunks. We've got good bioplastic. So they'll put those in now. Now hopefully, even though it's the same size as this one, because we don't really have the metal to fix it, between these two, we should actually see this one start taking in some energy. So we probably put this one in too soon and should have put this one in first and then worried about more storage. Now this one is going to try to fix our spare parts problem. Since it's done, they'll go ahead and let us put this in. And that's what we need. Big spare parts in the workshop. But notice what it needs. The same thing where we're having a lot of trouble keeping up with. We're starting to get some more ore out of the mine, but the only way we can attempt to fix that is by bringing in more people. And it looks like it's be safe to do that. So what I'll do is I'll click here on management, then I'll click over here, and I'll turn off trader because I just don't have much to trade yet. All right, so we'll look at these and say, all right, what is our priority? Well, right now it appears to be worker. So I'm going to hit the plus sign and notice what it takes it away from. We're getting by with the biologists we have, and once you get an extra biologist, even though these numbers don't match anymore, they don't take it away. But don't push your luck on that. Don't get these numbers too far apart if you can help it. So now we'll turn this on. The only thing we should get is another colony ship delivering, hopefully, at least 1 worker, if not 2. Now the other thing you could do is say, okay, look, I really don't need any more engineers. I could stand another medic, so we'll keep knocking this down. I usually don't go more than 5% because I know I'm going to need to build it right back up. So now we have 2 demands. This one's got the most difference between 25% and 10. So chances are we'll get in a medic. This one's not that different. It's only a difference of 5%. So we might only get 1 worker in, or none at all. That's up to them. Now one of the influence is here. If this starts shrinking down into the yellow, which is right in this area, as long as it stays in this area, even though it's yellow, we'll still get colonists come in. But if it goes down into here, this area, and it's yellow, we will not. And if it gets down in here in the red, we will not, of course. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. See, we are running speed 2. Yeah, let's go to speed 4. That's as high as it goes, since we really don't have anything else going on. Still don't have that put in, even though they've got some metal. And the only ones that will run this machine are the engineers. All right, we've got 2 colonists. 1 was a worker for sure. So, was it this guy? He was hungry. We got 2 workers? Let's check that out. Well, no, we only got one. We got a medic. The other one that we got in was a medic. Let's see, we've got 3 metal and 7. I need to turn the electric back on. We've got a little energy in both, so that's not looking quite so bad. Now that we've got that turned on, they put it in. So again, metal, bioplastic, engineer, and they'll make 2. We still have 4, so the crisis isn't quite so bad yet. Now an engineer can get busy. That's the first thing we ask the engineers to do. All right, we haven't turned off, so we got 2 more people in. What do we get this time? Oh, we got another medic. It looks like we got another medic and a worker. Well, we don't want this situation to get out of hand, so I'm going to go ahead and say don't bring in any colonists in either. So now we have everything turned off. No colonists, no traders, and we don't have what we need for visitors anyway, because we need the larger pad. So we have a total of 14 people. There's a good match. So we're not hurting yet by having too many people. So you know what I'm going to do? Oh, wait a minute. I think that just changed my priority for getting in some more workers. I need to put in, since I know what's going to happen next, I need to put the lab in and start making some of that fake meat. All right, so we'll put it here. We'll make a connection there and connection there. So that's a 1, 2, 3 metal and bioplastic also. So let's see, bioplastic's not an issue, but metal is. Now they're going to use metal here pretty often. See there, he's got the machine going again. And only engineers can work that machine. But this is our problem. It's not popping up and down. It's full, but only workers will operate that machine. Just like here, only workers and drill bots. So everybody's a specialist. Nobody will help each other out. All right, I think we might have gotten this in time. And I also want to start making more medical supplies. Now, the only thing I don't like about this is it's the smaller one. But metal being such a big deal for us, we didn't really want a chance making the next size up. Now, this is where they make fake meat. And the default, if you put in another one, will be chicken. Now, it does offer the chance to make beef and make pork. And if I put in 2 more of these, one could be beef and one could be pork. And I could leave that one at default. But notice what's happening again. I don't know if there's any real advantage to having a beef and pork also. There may be an advantage to it, I just don't know what it is. But each time we add one of these machines, it takes electric. And we add another structure, it takes electric. See there? So let's do what we did before. That's not a critical structure. And we don't want any more deliveries. We've already disabled all that anyway. Spare parts. Well, that would help us with the metal part. Because we do have 6 spare parts right now. And he's making 2 more. And okay, let's go ahead and turn that off. And turn this off also. So now our engineers basically don't have anything to do except bots. Fix the bots. I want to keep this going so that we don't run out of medical or meat, because that's what these meal makers, See there? They all need the meat. And that way they can keep up with the meals better. And we won't burn up our medical supplies with them going to the sick bay looking to get a vitamin shot. I guess that's what it would be, protein shot, and then burning up our medical supplies. We want to keep this up just in case a worker gets hurt, because our workers are kind of critical to keeping our metal going. All right, now let's see, what are we going to do about this? Power keeps causing problems. Well, we could do another one of those, but because the wind doesn't stay up, in fact, it's completely dead right now, I'm going to go with another one of these, but this time I'm going to go bigger. I'll put it over here since that's pretty close to the airlock. And well, I'll do that connection later. Just like this connection here, I'll do that one later. But I should go ahead and put this connection in. Nah, I'm gonna wait. They still need 2 more metal out here. In the meantime, I could put in another bunk bed. So let's do that. Gotta keep it tight so I can get 1 more in there. And let's see, again, before we mess with this, we need to look at how many people specifically we have, biologists. They could all handle 2 without an issue. So that makes a total of 8. How many have we got? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, 6, 7. Did I count that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can put in another one. Is starch an issue? Doesn't seem to be. Now remember that we got to count this too, because only the biologist will do that. And so that would suggest we need to go to our lab and put in another meat making machine. And they call them tissue synthesizers. Now, as soon as that gets built, we'll change it over to beef. That way we'll have a chicken and a beef instead of 2 chickens. There we go. And do it quick before anything happens here. Because you don't want to do it when it's up in here, because you'll knock yourself down by 1 that you could have had. All right. Now remember, biologists do this. So the monkey wrenches might start showing up, because you're also taking them out of here to work these machines to make more of this vitro meat, kind of like vitamin meat. But that helps prevent burning up our medical supplies by workers or colonists griping and groaning about malnutrition. Now, if you want to read more about it, just click here. Do like we did before. Go to resources and then go here. It's a synthetic base used secondary source of food. It's produced in the lab. Types, meal maker, mixed meals. It's not efficient to be produced as vegetables, but it helps keep a balanced diet, and that way they don't gripe and groan later of malnutrition. So let's see if maybe it's under food. I'm trying to find where it talks about malnutrition, because you don't have the vital meat in soon enough. There it is. The best way to avoid malnutrition is plenty of vegetables and some vitro meat. Usually a ratio of 2 to 1. You don't want to go below that if you can help it. Vegetables to vitro meat will work well. The most common reason for colony running into food problems is accepting more colonists than food production can't cope with. It's important to ensure that feed new colonists before allowing them into your base. That explains to you why I focus so much on why I have meal makers and I keep turning this off, because I gotta keep a sharp eye on how many colonists I have. As long as this number and this number match, or this one goes higher. Right now you see it's going lower, but then it pops back up. So I've got a good set balance going on. I have some more of these medical plants made, and I've got a lab, for the medics. Right now there's nobody there doing anything, but if we look to see how many medics we have, we've got 3. So what are these 3 doing? Apparently they're not doing anything. There's not even one up here. The only thing I could suggest to that is the artificial intelligence that runs this game is pretty darn weak. And you're going to find that to be very frustrating. Now, right now I've got almost a 2-to-1 ratio. So that would suggest to me that I need another one of these machines. Now I've got 2-to-1 exactly. And we've got the bioplastic. Everything else is working okay. So I'm going to put in another one of these fake meat machines. And I'll keep an eye on it so that when they get it in, I can change it over to pork right away. Okay, and make it pork. There we go. We've got all 3 meat types now. We should be able to keep a 2-to-1 or better ratio going here. Right now we're better. We've got more meat than we need for 2-to-1. I've got all kinds of vegetables laying around here. So that suggests to me, since I've got bioplastic, oh, another sandstorm. Speed it back up. I want to put in another one of these. And I want to go ahead and put in another table. All right, let's speed this back up, back to 2. Details, details, details. I should be able to put power back in here with no problem. Now they'll be less hesitant to take some of this and put it in there. Now we've been taking it pretty safe. And I need to, and we've been playing the numbers a lot. Now I've got 3 of these in, and I've only got 1 of these. So I need to start thinking about getting in 1, but make it bigger. See, that's the same. So let's go 1 more. And actually it'd be smarter to put it over here by the airlock. Like so. Now that's going to take 4, and I've only got 3 metal right now. If you look up here, we're doing okay here, but we've used up all of our bioplastic. So it shouldn't take too long to get that in. So then when a sandstorm hits, we'll actually get a full amount of power, kilowatts, but otherwise it'll be rare for this number to match. And that's why these are your better investment. Now the other thing that'll happen is once this gets it, I can start entertaining taking this one down and putting in a bigger one. Now if I can make a connection, yes I can. I'll do that later. I could actually take this one out too, but I wouldn't want to do that until I've, got a bigger replacement already installed. You gotta buy your time on a lot of this stuff. Bioplastic, nope, no bioplastic. Because I do need to put a second bed in here. And I also need another bed in the dorm too, don't I? Yeah, we're one bed short. But we've got everything turned off, so we don't have to worry about overwhelming by having too many people. And there it is, another broken bones. I can't zoom any more than that. We've got 3 medics, and the AI is kind of weak, so we don't have a medic in there, which kind of makes you wonder, what are the medics doing? We don't even have one here either. They started it and then they went off and left. I always wonder why they do that. They have what they need. See, that puts another strain on your how much bioplastic you have, and that's probably why I need to start thinking about putting in another one to make bioplastic. Let's see, 2 times that would be 32. So we've got more than a 2-to-1 ratio going there. We're doing pretty good. And how is our machines doing? Oh, they're doing just fine. Yep, they're staying full. This number is keeping up with our population number. Yep, doing better actually. Suggesting we should go ahead and accept some more. But before we do, because I know these miners, these workers like to break their bones a lot inside that mine. We'll give that's going to run us out of bioplastic. So anything else that needs bioplastic, it's going to be on hold. We've got 3 of these, and we do have a monkey ridge. Now, if you start seeing a whole lot of monkey ridges, then we've got to start messing with how many biologist requests we have in. Of course, you can see one on him. Just means that he's going to need repair before too much longer. We kept the distance pretty short, so refilling his machines from any one of these locations is going to be pretty easy. This one is not that far away, so that's really not a problem to keep these machines going. Meal makers. All right, so did they get our other? Yep, they got the bed in. So now let's focus on getting the last bed in here. Bingo. That dorm is finished. And like I said, you want to keep an eye on your population numbers and your bed numbers, your meal numbers. And our next priority will be over here. Let's see, they haven't put it over here yet, so I'll wait. So the next bioplastic should finish off this bed right here before we do anything else with it. You need a lot of bioplastic for all this interior stuff. All right, I need to turn this back on. And that should not be an issue. But remember, it's going to put a strain on your metal and your bioplastic. But we've got engineers not doing anything. Huh. Why did those show up there? We still got storage, right? Ooh, we're going to run out of storage soon. They still need to get this in. All right, there he goes. You're not a constructor? Ah. Oh, it's a medic. So the medics are staying busy, carting stuff back and forth. They've already got they got another worker in there, broken bones. Symbol above his head saying he needs medical attention. Well, if that don't beat all, they're keeping the cabinet full so far. Yeah, there's no shortage there. All right, the medic is taking care of him because we're kind of tight on the workers. But this number is looking pretty good just here. So they got, the only thing they're waiting on is somebody to come do the work. So let's put in another machine, even though we don't really have extra workers for that yet. All right, we've got a decent balance going, but we just need some more workers. So let's go here to management, and then go up here. Let's turn this back on. We're getting by so far, so we'll leave that alone. We're getting by there. And I'm going to go ahead and decrease this. Then I'm going to put this up there. In fact, I'll do the 5% too. And I'll leave that where it's at. Or I could go this way with it. And then get it back down like so. And that'll definitely put a request in for more, but I know that I'm probably going to have trouble if I don't get this number up. So maybe 2 workers and a biologist, or one of each. Well, we'll just have to wait and see. Now that we've got that authorized, more personnel. Now I still don't have much of anything to trade. I really can't be screwed around with any of these numbers. This one is starting to get high enough to where I could go ahead and use some of that for trade. Nah, it's too low. That was not high enough yet. It needs to be closer to 20 before I can even think about using it for trade. So we've got in 1 worker and whatever that guy is. I think he might be a worker. Yeah, he's a worker also. He went straight to that machine. Since we've got a good collection of ore going on. By chance, can I put another airlock in here? No, I can't. And I can't put, yep, I can. That would be a good idea because I could put another mine in. Okay, so I'm going to leave this up and going. No traders, and see what happens next. Because we've got 2 workers in that time, but not another biologist. And we've already got 4, and we've got in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, we definitely need another biologist. So I can keep the monkey wrenches down to a bare minimum. Once this gets done, I can entertain putting another mine in. We're waiting on another metal for here. See, they got some ore sitting out there waiting to be collected. You got your carrier bot busy, probably running around back and forth to here. Got a little space left, but not much. Alright, so now we're just waiting for the constructor bot or an engineer to get out there and do that work. That's probably an engineer. Yeah, I think it is. He's got that little orange patch on his shoulder. We're making some more spare parts. Oh yeah, we are getting kind of low, aren't we? Alright, how many did we get? 2 more? Sometimes they'll deliver 3 of those small ships. Both of them were workers? That's what it looks like. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I don't see a change there yet. So we need to go to here, and we need to start adding in like so. Let's switch them around here, 60-40. We might still get another worker, but more likely we'll get in some more biologists. And I definitely don't want to start having problems with these 2, since the biologists are the only ones that will do these pads and synthesizers. As you just witnessed, it's possible to stay one step ahead of the next disaster. It's a little tricky because sometimes you're always hurting for more personnel to do the work, but it can be done. Until next time, be well.